Well, good evening. My name is Linda Whitty. I'm the Program Director for GRCC's Medical Assistant Program. It's my honor to welcome all of you here today. Let's start by welcoming our guests of honor, our students, soon to be our graduates, shall we? Now you're being a little quiet. This is something we need to celebrate. Well, welcome. Welcome, Dr. Pink. Welcome, Dr. Koning, Executive Director Julie Parks. I'd like to welcome members of our instructional team, our career coach, Jeff Bird. I want to welcome you as students and all of you friends and family. And we're happy that you're here to celebrate this culmination of 6 months of hard work and lots of learning. And we're going to start the program with a welcome by Dr. Pink, President of GRCC.
Thank you, Linda. Good evening. Oh, wait a minute. Good evening. You are there. You are there. Graduates, good evening. Now, ladies, all right. This is one of those occasions that is very, very joyful, okay? It's a good thing. You're done. I figured since you're done that you guys would be running around here, jumping up and down. That's what I probably would do. But this evening is for you, and it's to celebrate you. You've got people here who are your loved ones, friends, family, all those good folks here to cheer you on. Now, to all of you folks who are there, who are sitting out here, welcome to our campus, our MTech, our Michigan Technology Education Center. We are one of those community colleges in the state of Michigan that not only houses an MTech, but houses a very productive technology center. The non-credit training that happens out of here, just a year ago, we had over 14,000 folks go through our non-credit training programs here at the MTech. So we not only train people, we train people to go to work, we train them for good jobs. And ladies, you are an example of that with our medical assistant program in training folks to go to work. And so tonight, the way we like to do our graduations, especially when we're here at the MTech, the way we like to do graduations, it's not just one of those things where you sit on your hands and stay quiet. These are graduations, these are celebrations. It's about getting a little rowdy, it's about encouraging those folks who you have come here to support. It's not one of those quiet kind of evenings. It's one of those evenings where I really want you to let your loved one know how proud you are, how happy you are of their accomplishment. Now, if we were sitting, I would suspect, if we were sitting at a football game, basketball game, or whatever of whoever your favorite team is, I would suspect that if they scored a touchdown, scored a basket, had a slam dunk or whatever, that you would probably go, rah, yell and scream. That's what I do at least. So this is a much, much more joyous occasion than a basketball game or a football game. This is an occasion where you have young ladies over here who have accomplished, who have finished a program that proves not only that they are capable now to go into this field of medical assistant, but it also proves to them of what their next might be. They may come back to GRCC and finish and do even more in terms of another degree opportunity. So tonight, I encourage you to kind of yell and scream for those folks who you came to support. I encourage you ladies to make sure at some point that you thank those folks here in the crowd for not only supporting you tonight, but I would suspect that there are some people sitting here who may have had to, if you have a little one, may have to babysit for you while you had homework, had to watch a kid while you went to class, or had to help you out with something you had to get done because you needed to do something with this class. So I know that not only do you have a congratulations going from here to there, but some thank yous going from there to here. So that's what tonight's all about. That's why we're here, and that's why we get to celebrate. So I do not want to hear it quiet in here. I want to hear you support and yell and scream for those people because they have accomplished a big deal. I'm looking forward to tonight. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Pink. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dean, Dr. Amy Koning, Dean at GRCC.
Well, I'm really glad it was Linda that had to pull that microphone down. Did you see how far she had to pull that down? I'm going to pull it down just a little bit further so that I can have this microphone right in front of me. Dr. Pink was absolutely right. And I can't even see all you ladies because you're behind the flag here. I'm sorry. I'll try to do my best because this is all about your night as well. Congratulations to the 16th, scared me, 16th cohort to complete the medical assisting program. 16th, that's awesome. So I want to give you some statistics about yourself that maybe you didn't know, because you know each other, you've kind of created this family, and you've supported each other, you've studied with each other, you've probably cried with each other, you've laughed with each other, you've gotten mad at each other, I bet, right? But let me give you some statistics about yourself, okay? You started this on January 23rd. Now, that doesn't sound too daunting. You know, it's only what, July 17th, January to July. Let's put this into perspective for the family here a minute. So that's 18 weeks of classroom learning. Still doesn't sound bad until you say 612 hours of classroom learning. That sounds bad, doesn't it? See what you've accomplished? That's awesome. On top of that, you ladies were in your practicum for 160 hours. You want to add it all together? Who can do the quick math? Close. 772. Nice rounding, though. That was good. Yes. That's a little extra. It probably includes all that extra time, right? Driving or something of that sort. That's amazing. 700, almost 780 hours that these ladies have completed. Let me give you some more statistics about them. You probably would not have gotten to that 780-ish, right, without 8 instructors, 3 clinical lab assistants, 1 career coach, and 10 unique employers that were supporting you along the way. As I do out those statistics, I feel like I should be signing that off with, and a partridge in a pear tree. But anyways, that's just me thinking of that in my head a little bit. You've made it. 19 graduates, 17 of you are here tonight. That is absolutely awesome. 15 of you took your exam, the registered medical assistant exam, and passed it. Woohoo! So I give you all those statistics just because you should be very proud of yourself tonight. If you haven't already, I wanted to just put that all into perspective. And by the way, that's why the family members and friends that are sitting around here, that's why you haven't seen these ladies for the last 18 weeks, right? When you put all of those hours into perspective. So thank you for supporting them, for, like Dr. Pink said, doing some of that babysitting or, you know, watching, making meals, all that fun stuff. And it's all with the support of you all that they are able to be so successful. You all know the importance of healthcare in our community. I thank you for that because you know what? You're doing something I could never do. And that's really important. It takes a special person to work in the healthcare field. So thank you for choosing that. We also know that we have an awesome reputation here at GRCC. So I'm sure as you go out, maybe you even landed that job today. Am I right in that you had job interviews this afternoon? Hello, ladies, you out there? Yes? You had job interviews this afternoon? Is that right, Linda? No? When did they have job interviews? Okay. All right. So maybe you've already landed your job? Like that, right? That's a good feeling. And we're just absolutely proud of you. So as a whole, you have contributed to the GRCC Medical Assistant Program of 88% completion rate, 95% placement rate. Doesn't get much better than that in our programs. So congratulations, celebrate tonight. Dr. Pink is right, you're kind of all a little bit too quiet, okay? Get some great pictures with each other. You'll be walking across, receiving your certificate, and we'll be celebrating right along with you. Congratulations.
The success of the program really lies heavily on the excellent instructional team that we have here, as Dr. Koning alluded to. And I'd like to introduce 3 of the instructional team members that are here today, and then they'd like to say just a little word of encouragement to you. Who's coming up? Come on. Okay. First, this is Renee Slachter, and she's a nurse, and she teaches in our evening lab classes for the program.
And all I'd like to say to my ladies that I know, I apologize, I don't know half of the class because I only teach at night. I remember the first week. I remember the first week where we got some needles out and you all were shaking a little bit and you looked at each other like, what did we get ourselves into? And it was dark when we left and you guys were all thinking to yourselves from 12 to 12:30 till 9 o'clock, what were we thinking? It's like a long day, and to have to adjust to the nighttime schedule. And just the growth that we've seen over the last couple of weeks and months, and how mature you guys left. I mean, you were doing things, you were poking each other, and you weren't batting an eye. You're like, okay, yep, do this arm, let's go. And so I just want to say how proud I am of all of you and your accomplishments, and how I know you're going to do great and big things, and I'm proud of every single one of you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Kimber Sprick, who's one of our morning clinical instructors.
I just want to say that congratulations. Your teachers all know how hard you worked, and you persevered to the end. And I know that you're going to go out with compassion and touch a lot of people's lives. And I hope that you view this education as a starting point and a strong foundation, and that you're going to continue to learn. And when you don't know an answer, and even though you're tired and you've had it after your day, that you'll just take that little bit of time and look it up so that you go to the next step. I wish you the very best of everything.
And our final member of our team that's here this evening is Baron Spearman, and he's one of our evening clinical instructors as well.
Yes. Well, ladies, it's been wonderful getting to know all of you. I've enjoyed getting to know your personalities and working with both classes. And when she said the 16th cohort, I was sitting here going, and I've been here since the beginning. So that doesn't mean that I'm old. It just means that I love what I'm doing. And you guys brought in a fresh new spin for me with all your cell phones, and I thank you for that, as I embraced it and I added it into some of their work assignments. So instead of it being a problem, I turned it into work. So I look forward to seeing you out and about throughout Spectrum Health, Mercy, Metro, and Cherry Health, because you know I get around. I like to come visit. So thank you.
Okay. And now it's our turn to recognize each one of the graduates. So we're going to have you come forward and present the graduates. If you want to come here.
I'm the reader. I need my cheaters. And I need to be respectful. So it will be Miss Naomi. Miss Naomi. I'd like to thank all of my teachers, the opportunities, my mom, who supported me the whole way, my son, my family, friends, and especially my dad, who inspired me. Miss Rachel C. Thank you to my parents for always supporting me, and Kennedy for always studying with me, and the rest of the PM class. Miss Andrea. I would like to thank all my friends and family for all the support during the last 6 months. Did I see her sister? Miss Alicia. Thank you to all the instructors for being so patient. And I would like to thank my mom, who has been so supporting and encouraging, and the rest of my family as well. Thank you, and I love you all. Miss Bethany. I am grateful for Sydney and Andrea for our study groups. I would also like to thank Juan for all of his encouragement and support. Miss Almina. I want to thank my mother and father for their support during the past rough 6 months. I would also like to thank my little sister, Melissa, for my makeup tonight. Ooh, so her little sister did her face. Miss Brittany. I want to thank my sister for keeping me motivated throughout the whole process. She really encouraged me to keep going even when I really wanted to give up multiple times. And she's really an inspiration to me. I also would like to thank my mother for being there for me no matter what. One more time. Miss Amber. Ooh. I would like to thank my mom, my siblings, my in-laws, Anthony, and my friends for their encouragement, love, and support through this journey. I appreciate and love every single one of you. Miss Rachel Kay. I would like to thank my family and boyfriend for being so supportive and encouraging through these long 6 months. I am hired in at the Holland Spectrum OBGYN office where I was placed for my externship. Miss Sydney. I would like to thank the wonderful teachers and Beth and Andrea for helping me study. Oh, that was short and sweet. Miss Cynthia. I want to thank my family for being so supportive and also my classmates Gabby and Anna for being so helpful on this learning journey. Miss Lindsay. I would like to thank the instructors, classmates, my family, and friends who were a big support for me in the last 6 months. Finally, I would like to thank my fiance, Carlos Hernandez, for all of his encouragement, support, and for always believing in me. Miss Anna. I would like to thank my mom and dad for supporting me through this. I would also like to thank my classmates, Gabby and Cynthia, for helping me out in class. Miss Gabby. I would like to thank my parents for believing in me and supporting me. Miss Jaslyn. I would like to thank my family, especially my baby girl, for keeping me motivated, my friends in the MA program for helping me throughout my journey, and most importantly, God and my mother. Miss Charnice. I would like to thank my mom, fiance Michael, my in-laws Mark and Tammy, and lots of family and friends for being there for me, to shed light on my path, to be the best me. I could not have made it without all of you. I love you all. Miss Kennedy. I would like to thank the PM class for being supportive and helping me study to pass all of the tests. Congratulations, class.
So one coming for the class. You wanted to come up and say a few words. Great.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to our graduation ceremony. So what is a medical assistant? On our first day of school when we were doing our CPR and first aid training, seems like a long time ago, I noticed a sign in the corner of the room and it said, medical assistants are at the heart of healthcare. It didn't hit me until I began my externship with Spectrum that I would realize how true that sign is. Medical assistants are the glue that holds the entire healthcare process together. We work in office settings, hospitals, long-term care facilities, and even in homes. We are usually the first and last person a person sees when they arrive at the office, thus giving us the responsibility for upholding our facility's image. Medical assistants are trained in so many things, like EKGs, giving medication, organizing charts, assisting providers with medical procedures, taking vitals, and filling out insurance forms. And the list could go on for hours. But in reality, there are some things you just can't train for. It may sound cliche, but you need to have the heart for it. Because not only is the medical assistant a health professional, but also a comforter, a listener, an educator, and an advocate. With me today are some of the hardest workers I've ever met. These ladies have put in so many hours of studying, hands-on work, and not to mention a 160-hour externship. The biggest highlight we've had is being able to meet new friends. A lot of us had spent countless hours outside of school studying and bouncing ideas off each other. With that being said, it is my honor to introduce to you the medical assisting class of 2017.
You just spoke about being honored, and as I talked to you earlier, I told you that I'm on the state board for American Medical Technologists. I'm on the board for the state and a member of American Medical Technologists myself, and so it is my honor to welcome you to the profession, my profession of medical assisting. Really excited to be able to call you now a graduate. Woo! And with that, I'm going to ask our Executive Director, Julie Parks, to come forward and to give some final words to you.
And everyone looked very happy that it was final words, right? So congratulations, graduates. You officially tonight are graduates of Grand Rapids Community College. In you is the reputation of Grand Rapids Community College Medical Assistant Program. In everything you do, you represent us in the college. Many have come before you. Hopefully many will come after you. Please continue our tradition in the community. We know the employers are very excited about having you. I know that your faculty team was very excited to work with you. Nothing but positive things to say about you. But I want you to remember that you did it, that you started here, and some of you had conversations with me in the hall or in the office here about your ability to do it, and you've done it. You've achieved this milestone. And for some of you, this is the ultimate job that you wanted to have. But for others of you, you have other dreams, the next step. Maybe you want to be a nurse. Maybe you want to be a doctor. Maybe you want to be a rad tech. Who knows? The healthcare field is wide open, and your opportunity is there waiting for you. And we're here. Come and see us. See Jeff Bird, the coach that worked with you. Let us connect you to others on campus. Explore. There's a lot of opportunity here for you if you want to take advantage of it. So you are officially GRCC graduates, and we look forward to hearing about you, and we want to hear about your jobs. And if you have trouble finding a job or finding the right fit for a job, I don't know if you've met John James. our job developer, David Lovell. They'll certainly are ready to assist you to help you find the right fit for you. So congratulations, and thank you, friends and family, for coming out here tonight to support your graduates. We're very honored to have them be part of GRCC's history. So thank you.
Well, thank you to all of you for supporting the students, for supporting our program. And know if we're here for you if you have educational needs. Graduates, please stay in touch with me. Give me the stories of where you're at, and I look forward to being in contact with you in the future. For right now, we're going to take a class picture, maybe up against the blue curtains here, and then we would like for you to enjoy the refreshments in the back of the room and take one last look at pictures that we'll have scrolling here on the monitors of some of the moments of the students in the classroom. So thank you all for coming, and again, thank you for supporting the students in our program.